Penguins make a surprising move, recalling a player that was placed on waivers. Also recalling a player that we didn't necessarily expect to see in the NHL, as well as placing a key player on injured reserve. A ton of Penguins updates for you today on Penguins Digest, and then a game preview of the Penguins taking on the San Jose Sharks tonight in Cali. This is a 2016 Stanley Cup final rematch. Throw it all the way back to 2016, see how dominant both of those teams were, then fast forward to 2025, and both of these teams are in deep trouble. Let's just say deep water at this point in time, because we are going to be playing the Sharks, and the Penguins know how to swim. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, about 86% of you are not yet subscribed. So if you're watching these videos and you like them, hit the sub button, and we will continue to provide the latest Pittsburgh Penguins news, rumors, and updates, as well as some analysis here on Penguins Digest. Thank you guys for getting me to 550 subscribers. Let's get to 600 before the next video. Let's jump right into the content for the day. Injury updates / roster moves. We got to talk about the injury updates first, and then we could talk about players that have been recalled. Some surprising moves by the Penguins. I'll be honest, I did not see most of this coming, and I pay a good attention to this team. So if I didn't see it coming, you guys are probably surprised by it as well. Hence the title, Surprising Moves by our Pittsburgh Penguins. So first, let me show you the injury report as of today. I think that's a good place to start. Blake Lizotte was day-to-day with an illness, and then he came back, and now he's day-to-day again. So I'm waiting to see what's going on with Blake Lizotte. We don't necessarily have an update on him. Brian Rust is also listed as day-to-day with a lower body injury. He has been fantastic for the Penguins this season, but he's been banged up quite a few times. Now, the player that I'm going to give you an update on is Evgeni Malkin, because we do have news. He was listed as day-to-day. He is no longer day-to-day. He is officially week-to-week for the Penguins. So that's not good news necessarily, but it's something we have to talk about. So we place Evgeni Malkin on injured reserve, and of course, Sidney Crosby trade rumors continuing to circulate. We are not going to talk about that because we covered that last video. Nix any rumors regarding Sidney Crosby. 87 is not going anywhere. If he does, I think I'll have a video of me just crying on this channel for about 15-20 minutes, if that's okay with you guys, because you can cry with me. So let's move on to the next aspect of this. A lot of things have happened in the weekend, so let's do a quick recap here on Monday. This is from The Athletic. That is my source for this content. When the Colorado Avalanche decided to trade Mikko Rantanen, that opened the door for them to make a big move and acquire a guy like Sidney Crosby. So now all the speculation is that Crosby would go to the Colorado Avalanche, as well as some bogus rumors that he would go to the Canucks, the Rangers. Forget all that. Evgeni Malkin, left knee injury. Okay, it bent very awkwardly. I'm going to show you guys a screen capture of what exactly happened during the collision in Seattle. And originally they said, okay, Malkin tried to come back in the game, didn't work out. Then they said he's day-to-day. Now they upgraded him to week and placed him on injured reserve. And now the Penguins are second from the bottom in the Eastern Conference standings. That's just what happened yesterday and the day before. So in one weekend, Crosby trade rumors, Malkin placed on IR, and the Penguins in second to last in the Eastern Conference. Not a great weekend for us Penguins fans. So let's continue to move on. Here is a picture of the collision. I feel like it doesn't do it justice. It doesn't. But when Malkin gets clipped here, his knee bends so awkwardly. If you haven't already seen this clip, look it up. I'm not going to show you guys on this channel. I'm just showing you a screen capture. But if you want to see it, the reason I'm not showing it is because I don't want people to watch that. I watched it and I was like, as a former player myself, that's not an injury I like to see, you know, a leg injury. I'm not saying how serious it is, but his leg did buckle, and I'm not going to speculate exactly the extent of the injury, but if he's week to week, that means it could be something minorly serious. I'm not saying it's serious, but it's not minor either. So minorly serious is going to be my terminology I use to describe Evgeni Malkin's injury. Not good. Not good is all you can really say. He will miss some time. He definitely will miss some time, which means opportunities for other players. You know, Cody Glass might get an opportunity to play on the second line again. Kevin Hayes, maybe. You never know. We'll see how Mike Sullivan dices up the lines here tonight. Because it's a West Coast game, we don't have the official lines yet. Apologize to you guys. The game's not for another, 6+ hours? So I don't have those for you yet. We're almost 7 hours from game time, so they haven't released those yet. In San Jose, it's only 1 o'clock, so we don't know who they're going to be starting until closer to game time. The transactions that transpired, Jesse Puljujarvi was recalled from Wilkes-Barre Scranton here on Monday. This is going to be his second or third stint with the Penguins now, being recalled from the AHL since he was waived. He's getting another opportunity. So another crack at the lineup for Puljujarvi with all the injuries to Brian Rust, Blake Lizotte, Evgeni Malkin. It's time to give Jesse Puljujarvi another shot. He's a big dude. He's still a very young player. He was drafted, top 5 for a reason. He's got a lot of skill, very talented, and teams haven't given him a fair shot. The Penguins are the first team, since Edmonton to actually say, hey, Jesse, we're going to give you an actual opportunity. And I don't think he's gotten quite the opportunity here in Pittsburgh yet either, honestly. So I think just giving him another crack at the lineup, he's been doing well at Wilkes-Barre. See what he can do. And then Evgeni Malkin placed on IR, of course. Owen Pickering on Saturday. I'm a little behind on these transactions. He was assigned to Wilkes-Barre Scranton, and they called up Imama, I believe is how you pronounce his name. I'm not 100% sure. But Pickering was sent back down to the AHL, and they were called a different defenseman who I showed you in the intro. So Pickering sent down, Imama called up. You got Puljujarvi called up, and Malkin placed on injury reserve. A ton of moves made by the Penguins. It's crazy. Here's an update from Mike Sullivan. Malkin is out week to week. Perhaps this is a better case scenario for Malkin, as the superstar center left the game Saturday in the first period. Lower body injury. We found out it was a left knee injury. It was an open ice hit by Chandler Stevenson right in front of the bench. Not a fun hit to watch. Like I said, I didn't want to show you guys the video because I'm not saying it's like gruesome, like we've seen a lot worse on TV, no doubt, but it's just not something I want to keep watching because it makes me a little queasy. So with Malkin on IR, the team is down to 12 healthy forwards, including Imama. The Penguins recalled Puljujarvi, who cleared waivers, eventually resigned to Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Imama recalled Saturday following the demotion of Owen Pickering. So this is an update on everything. Lizotte, Rust, Malkin, all hurt. 26-year-old Puljujarvi, 3 goals, 6 assists in 25 games this season. Again, was decent for Edmonton. Not what they drafted him to be, but decent, and he has shown a little bit of promise with the Penguins. I think when he got called back up after he got waived, he was a little bit better, so that's why he's getting another opportunity. So Malkin placed on IR, Puljujarvi getting a second chance. I mean, that pretty much covers it as far as the roster moves here today, guys. We do have, updates on Malkin. That is that he went from day to day to week, and he was placed on IR. That is a official update by the Penguins as of today. Penguins, Sharks preview. Macklin Celebrini, a superstar in the making, 18 years old he is. That dude is unbelievable. He will be playing tonight. He has been on an absolute tear. He leads all rookies in goals. He is someone I'm very excited to watch because I haven't seen a ton of Sharks games lately. I don't like to stay up till 10:30 to watch the West Coast games normally unless the Penguins are playing. This gives me an excuse to watch Macklin Celebrini. So I am excited to get to see him, and it is game day. So an Erik Karlsson revenge game on tap, and the Penguins will be taking on the San Jose Sharks. So 2 of the worst teams in the NHL as far as standings show. I'm not going to show you guys a graphic of the standings because at some point it does get depressing. I show you almost every video where the Penguins stand, but Pittsburgh is second to last in the Eastern Conference, and the Sharks are dead last in the Western Conference. I never thought this would happen, guys, but we're here and we're watching it all take place. But symbolism could not be more appropriate Monday as the sinking Pittsburgh Penguins are in the Shark Tank to face the rebuilding San Jose Sharks, who boast the 2024 first overall pick, Macklin Celebrini. My favorite part of the game tonight is going to be watching Macklin Celebrini. You may need to grab some coffee or a 6-pack of Red Bull. The Penguins have scored a combined 2 goals in their last 2 games. Clap for the Penguins. Embarrassing. All right. Losing to the Ducks and the Kraken. Wow, even better. And it continues to get worse as it goes. In fact, the Penguins have managed just 1 goal in 3 of their last 4 games. Wow. All right, that's impressive. Adding to the negativity, let's keep it on going. The team is 7 or more points out of a playoff spot and has the worst goal differential in the Eastern Conference. I think that pretty much sums up where the Penguins are right now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this episode of Penguins Digest. And yeah, we'll have more videos upcoming throughout the week. Probably a recap of the game tonight. If something good happens, guys, I will be glad to hop on here and do a video immediately after the game. But I am starting to lose faith in that ever happening because the last 3 times I said that, it did not go so hot. So thank you guys for watching this channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll be back on Penguins Digest tomorrow for another video. Penguins playing the Sharks tonight, 10:30 p.m. Stay tuned, and let's go, Pens.